Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to the online English classes. This lesson is for grade 7. Let's get started. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about chapter number 4, Robinson Crusoe, and we are going to do the reading. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to read and understand the story, identify the key themes and key vocabulary. And remember to sequence the key events of chapter number 4 and solve exercise correctly. This is warm-up activity. Just look at the picture and predict what has happened to the Robinson ship. What might Robinson need to survive? Just look at the picture carefully. Robinson Crusoe's ship has been wrecked and he is now stranded at sea. He has managed to build a small raft using the things he couldn't find. To survive, Robinson Crusoe will need fresh water, food, shelter, or basic tools. He will also need to stay calm. Think wisely before doing anything and use the resources around him. What do you think he will do next to survive on this island? Write your answer on a sticky note. Okay class, now let's start the reading. For that you have to do the silent reading of this page. Then I will explain some points to you. While doing reading, you can pause the video. I hope you have done well. Class, let's imagine we are with Robinson Crusoe on the island. Robinson wakes up on a beautiful bright morning, but suddenly he notices something surprising. The ship has been brought closer to the shore by the tide. This was a chance for him to survive. He quickly swims toward the ship. Once on the board, he starts collecting everything that could help him to survive. For example, food, clothes, tools, and weapons. But there is a problem. There is no boat on the ship. So what does Robinson do? He uses wooden planks and rope to build his own raft. He loads the raft with valuable supplies and begins his journey back to the shore. Luckily, the sea is calm and the tide carries him safely home. But Robinson's adventure is far from over. He now has to find a safe place to build his home and protect his supplies. Can you guess what dangers he can discover while traveling? Now do the reading of this page. Pause the video for doing the reading. Now let's continue with Robinson's adventure. After exploring the area, Robinson returns to the shore feeling satisfied. He spends the rest of the day unloading the raft, and when night comes, he makes a small shelter using boards. But Robinson doesn't stop there. Over the next few days, he returns to the ship 11 more times and brings back many useful things: sails, oars, tools, nails, bullets, gunpowder, and a hammock and sheets. On this final visit, he finds even more supplies including bread, sugar, flour, knives, and some money. But suddenly, the weather changes, the wind comes very strong, and the ship disappears from the sight. Robinson now focuses on one important question. Now can I keep myself safe? He searches for a place near fresh water and he starts looking for a ship to rescue him. Now he is on a hill and he starts building his shelter. Now do the reading of this page. Now Robinson begins to make his new home safe and secure. He builds a strong fence around his tent like a fortress and stores his important supplies carefully. While exploring the island, he discovers that it is full of goats. They are fast, difficult to catch, but Robinson patiently finds a way to hunt them for food. We observe that every day Robinson work hard to survive on the island. Sometimes he gets fearful, but he is also very grateful to be alive on the island alone. Now let's have a look on the key events on the chapter number 4. Robinson wakes up to a beautiful day and discovers that the tide has brought the ship closer to the island. Next, he swims to the ship, climbs aboard, and collects dry provisions. He makes a raft from planks and rope and loads it with food, tools, and clothes. He returns to the ship 11 more times and brings back useful supplies. He explores the island and chooses a safe place with a view of the sea. He builds a tent and a strong fort and stores his supplies safely. He discovered wild goats, finds a way to get food. He feels afraid of being alone, but also feels lucky to be alive. Robinson wakes up to a beautiful day and discovers that the tide has brought the ship closer to the island. These were the key events of the chapter number 4. Keep in mind by solving the exercises. Students, now let's learn the useful vocabulary from this chapter. Vocabulary in action. One day, Robinson decided to bring useful things from the ship. He cut some long, flat pieces of wood called planks. He tied the planks together to build a raft. He placed his tools and food in large wooden barrels. It was a lot of hard work, but Robinson felt fortunate to have these things to help him survive. He returned safely to his island and stored everything in the strong fortress, a place that kept him safe from the danger. Now let's revise the vocabulary. These are some questions that I'm going to ask from you. How did Robinson manage to transport heavy chests and barrels from the ship to the shore safely? Why was it crucial for Robinson to find a fresh source of water immediately upon arriving on the island? What reasoning did Robinson use when selecting a location to build his defensive fortress? In what ways does Robinson demonstrate resilience and practical intelligence in the face of despair? Now write the answer of these questions on your sticky note and paste it on the reader. This is a point-wise short summary of the chapter that you have to remember. It will help you to sequence the story. Firstly, Robinson swims to the ship and collects food, tools, clothes, and other supplies in barrels. Then he uses wooden planks and rope to make a raft to carry his things to the shore. He explores the island and looks for a safe place to live. He builds a strong fortress with a fence and a ladder to protect himself. He discovers wild goats and finds food to survive. He feels fortunate to be alive. He stores his things, builds a shelter, and works hard to make a better life. We observe that Robinson uses hard work, bravery, and smart thinking to survive on the island. Now solve this exercise and choose the correct answer by keeping the information in your mind that has been shared in the lesson. Solve the exercise on the reader and send me the pictures in the personal icon. Now read this exercise and choose the false and true statement. Now choose the correct word to complete the statement. Solve this exercise on the reader and send me the pictures. Now this is exercise number 4 and you have to complete the paragraph by adding the appropriate word, choosing from the text. All the solve exercises has been provided at the end of this lesson. After completing all the exercises, counter check your exercises by using the solve pictures. You can take help from these solve exercises to check your work. It was all from my side. Allah Hafiz student. Thank you so much for listening carefully.